Do you ever feel like you're just drowning in a sea of to-do lists and meetings? You're constantly pressured to be productive, but at the end of the day, you feel like you've just been running on a treadmill, going absolutely nowhere fast. It's like climbing a ladder, only to realize it's leaning against the completely wrong wall.
Look, we're not going to talk about the latest productivity hack that you'll forget by next Tuesday. This is a deep dive, a framework built on timeless principles that have guided successful people for centuries. It's about a major shift from just winning battles to actually winning the right war.
So, here's the deal. In the next few minutes, we're building you a personalized roadmap, and by the end of this, you will walk away with a concrete, actionable plan to start making real changes today. Ready to level up? Let's get into it.
We are breaking down Stephen R. Covey's masterpiece, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And its core idea? It's revolutionary. True, lasting success isn't about some surface-level trick. Nope, it's an inside-out job that starts with your character.
So, most self-help stuff focuses on what Covey calls the personality ethic, communication skills, a positive attitude. And yeah, those things are useful, but they're kind of like social band-aids. The character ethic is the real foundation. Things like integrity, courage, justice. It's about who you are, not just what you do. Think of it as the difference between cramming for a test and truly mastering the subject.
All right, here's your first quest. I want you to do 2 quick things in the next 24 hours. First, think of one quick fix you tried that just completely fell flat. Second, just list 3 timeless principles you truly believe in, like fairness or honesty. This simple exercise starts to shift your focus from the superficial to the stuff that actually matters.
And here's the trap we all fall into, blaming our actions or our attitude when things go wrong. But listen, if you're trying to navigate Chicago with a map of Detroit, just trying harder or being more positive isn't going to help, right? The fix is to work on your map first, your fundamental perception of the world.
Okay, level 2 is all about being proactive. Between what happens to you, the stimulus, and how you react, the response, there is a space, a little gap. And inside that space is your power to choose. That freedom, that power to choose is what makes us human. It's our greatest strength.
Your next quest is to upgrade your language. For the next 48 hours, I want you to just notice when you say reactive things like, I have to, or he makes me so mad. And then just replace them with proactive phrases like, I choose to, or I control my own feelings. Also, pick one problem you're worried about and ask yourself, is this just in my circle of concern, or is it in my circle of influence, where I can actually do something about it?
The trap here is what I call the blame game. Blaming circumstances, other people, anything but ourselves. It basically makes you a victim. The fix? Own your power. You are responsible for your response. It's not what happens to us, but our response to what happens that really shapes our lives.
All right, level 3. Now this one is really interesting. It asks you to start at the end. The principle is begin with the end in mind. I want you to really imagine this. You're at your own funeral. What would you want your family, your friends, your colleagues to say about you? What kind of person, what character would you want them to remember?
Okay, this next quest is a total game changer. I know it sounds a little morbid, but trust me. Sometime in the next 48 hours, find 15 minutes of quiet time and do this funeral visualization. Really let yourself go there. Then, using what you discover, try to write a 1-sentence personal mission statement. This is going to become your North Star.
The biggest trap here is being that person who is frantically, efficiently climbing the ladder of success, only to get to the very top and realized it was leaning against the wrong wall the whole time. So many people achieve these empty victories because they never stop to define what victory even meant to them. The fix is so profound. Lead yourself first. Define your mission before you start managing your time.
So now that you have your destination, it's time to focus on the journey. Level 4 is all about execution. And it's not about cramming more stuff into your day, it's about focusing on the right things. Most of us are addicted to the urgent, but real effectiveness, that's found in quadrant 2, the important but not urgent stuff. This is where you find relationship building, long-term planning, all the things that truly move the needle.
Time for your next quest. First, identify one important, non-urgent activity in your life that you've totally been putting off. Second, over the next 48 hours, I want you to practice saying no. Just say it pleasantly, no big apology needed, to a low-priority request that feels urgent but doesn't actually align with your goals.
The trap is urgency addiction.
We get this rush from putting out fires and dealing with crises. It makes us feel busy, important. The only way to fix this is to have a bigger yes burning inside, your personal mission. When you know your highest priorities, it's so much easier to say no to the good, so you have space to say yes to the absolute best.
We've hit the final core level, and this is all about relationships. I want you to think of every single relationship you have as having an emotional bank account. You make deposits with kindness, keeping your promises, and just being honest. And you make withdrawals through disrespect or breaking commitments. A high balance means high trust, and everything is just easier.
So, your quest is simple but powerful. Today, make one small, sincere deposit in a key relationship. It could be a quick text of appreciation or just really listening to someone for 5 minutes. And second, think of a recent withdrawal you made and just plan a sincere apology. That's one of the biggest deposits you can possibly make.
And this brings up such a common trap. We project our own needs onto other people. We make deposits that we would value, assuming they'll feel the same way. But what's a deposit for you might actually be a withdrawal for them. The fix, you have to seek first to understand what is truly important to the other person.
All right, time for a bonus principle. And honestly, this one makes all the others possible. It's called sharpen the saw. Right? Imagine trying to cut down a tree with a dull saw. You'd get exhausted and wouldn't get anywhere. Sharpening the saw just means taking time for renewal in the 4 key parts of your life: physical, spiritual, mental, and social/emotional.
So for your bonus quest, in the next 48 hours, I want you to actually schedule one 30-minute renewal activity for this week. Put it in your calendar, make it real. Then pick one of those 4 dimensions, physical, spiritual, mental, or social, that you know you've been neglecting, and commit to one small action to improve it.
The trap here is so obvious but so deadly. I'm just too busy to sharpen the saw. The fix is a total paradigm shift. Renewal is not a luxury. It's not a waste of time. It is a vital quadrant 2 activity that preserves and enhances your single greatest asset, you. Okay, let's do a super quick checkpoint recap. Number 1, build your life on character, not hacks. 2, master your response. 3, define your destination first. 4, focus on what's important, not just urgent. 5, build those trust accounts. And the bonus? Always, always renew your energy.
Now, how do we make all this real? Here is a concrete 7-day quest plan. Day 1, write down your 3 core principles. Day 2, take one proactive step in your circle of influence. Day 3, write that 1-sentence mission statement. Day 4, schedule 30 minutes of that crucial quadrant 2 time. Day 5, make one emotional bank account deposit. Day 6, schedule one sharpen the saw activity. And on day 7, just review your week. See how you did.
And to make this even easier for you, I've turned this whole breakdown into a clean PDF and a simple 1-page action worksheet you can grab for free. The link is right there in the description or the pinned comment.
If this helped you, do me a favor and hit that like button and share it with someone who needs it. And for more deep dives just like this one, make sure you subscribe. Now, for today's challenge. Drop a comment below and tell me the one specific action you are going to take in the next 24 hours. Be specific. Let's hold each other accountable and get this journey started.